round itself, but it comes down to a few things. Execution, early game, the first 4-minute team fights, who's going to come out on top?
Yeah, it has been a constant trend in this game, though, or rather, in this whole match, because whoever gets the second objective, gets the Tyrant after, is going to be the one winning the game. So they have to stack it up, or at least stack the advantage so that they have the win on those objectives.
I think the storyline coming in for the entire series has been objectives into the big team fights here. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first series of Honor of Kings International Championship where we are going into game number 5 between Boom Esports and Kagendra. Boys, take it away.
There it is. It's the last step here for both of these teams. Do they go into the upper brackets or do they fall below where they're at the chance of being eliminated in this competition? It is Kagendra, IKL number 2, Boom Esports, PKL number 2, but only one can be number 1.
Let's see who is going to be winning in this game. I'm very much excited on what they're going to be doing here. I love that Kagendra picked up the Gerudo on the very last second on game number 5, because this is such a great time to be a fan, or rather an Indonesian fan of Honor of Kings.
Absolutely, the Gerudo coming through here as well. Obviously, a great kind of long-range poke, right? Like, that's the only long range they really have on their team, is that ultimate, the Featherstorm coming from that Gerudo.
Yeah, one thing that I love about that, though, is that the idea of the Garuda is to make the fights not fair, because everybody's going to be low HP even before the fight even happens, which is why I like this idea coming from them. But answering with a Haino is also special.
Yeah, so I mean, they've got 2 pokes, right? They've got obviously the first skill from the side of Danny on the Chano, but now they've got the Scepters of Fate as well. Definitely going to be able to stack them and do a lot of damage. And as well, pointed out by Sagi, great counter to the Agudo.
Yeah, right now, really putting pressure. At least now, it's a very, very slow game. Even the Clash laners aren't getting prioritized here in the teleportation circles, because everybody just wants to farm up and wait for their older timings.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, level 4 is going to be a different ball game here. You do see Senko and Weero are actually level 4 right now. Trying to steal away those boars. We're a little bit of a... not as successful as they wanted to be.
Yeah, waiting for it. Right now, they're just going to be doing this every time. They are going to be waiting onto the mid lane, make that gold share as efficient as they can, having 3 people here in the mid lane, and that's just going to be the story for now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the bot side of the map is going to be pretty safe for them, right? Obviously, Chano definitely needs to get to that late game to do the desired damage he wants to, but the fact that he can kind of counteract those critters with his own Spirit Wall.
Yeah, let's talk timers here for the teams here. For Boom Esports, both of their carries here, having Tatsuri and Dani, they always need to get items, right? They need to go to the late game. On the other hand, it's the same thing for Senko and Lunfeng, but I believe Agudo has a bit more of an earlier item breakpoint compared to the Chano.
The interesting thing I've got here is obviously Kagendra's Lu on this long bar, onto the Junk Bay, sorry. They're taking the double smite as well, right? So obviously they don't want to lose a single objective with Tatsuri.
Yeah, Tatsuri taking a lot of damage here. Even using the Wings of Judgment here onto the mid lane, just to push away the members of Boom Esports, forcing also Fate Rewind on them.
Yeah, I mean, the Fate Rewind is going to kind of just be a little bit of a lifeline here for Tatsuri onto the high note, but as well, it's going to be a lifeline for their turrets as well, right? Like, if they need to save one of their turrets, they can use the Fate Rewind to restore it back to its former glory.
Yeah, 40 seconds on the clock here. Everything's very stable for the whole map. Nobody's really flinching. Everybody's just being very stable, no fights. We don't want the fights right now. Maybe later.
Maybe later. Maybe later. There's always time, right? Like, the time is of the essence right now because we aren't even at the 4-minute mark. We do see that the Tyrant and the Overlord are going to be sort of summoning onto the Gorge in the next 20 minutes, 20 seconds. And either these two teams, it could just be one solid team that they're going to make the entire difference.
I think Miggy really needs to go for the recall here because he doesn't really have a lot of HP unless they have the Sea of Fate on the draw before they go in for that 5 seconds. And right now from what we're seeing, Carl is also not in position to go for this Tyrant. And remembering this is just going to be easy for them because right now they do have a lot of damage. So that's an easy take for Kag.
Oh yeah, he got cleared out very quickly here from the side of Kagendra, and there was nothing really good to do. I mean, they even used the Eye of the Whirlpool, and nobody came through it.
Yeah, right now, oh man, they're just going to be slowing down the games. They're just giving up the objectives. They're waiting for the timings, but looking at the map, nothing really big is happening right now, even for Boom Esports with Kagendra. They're at least slowly pushing with Lu on this brush right here onto the boss side because Tatsuri is going to be their first target. Biggie Almost dying here.
So close, but it is going to be Tatsuri. It's going to be the first market there, as well as that T1 down to the bot side of the map.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about a while ago onto the bot lane, because Blue was already in position to go for the kill here onto the bot lane, and the damage from the Wings of Judgment just dominated him, even if he was using the Fate Rewind.
Yeah, exactly. It's just too hard, too fast, and too furious here from the side of Kagendra. But I mean, now they've opened that bot T1. That's going to cause a lot of trauma here for the side of Boom Esports Danny.
Pressure is going to be there. Unruly Blade was used to get away Carl in safety. And right now, Tatsuri again onto the top side. He's going to be Fate Rewinding this tower for sure later on. And this is just going to push away the members of Kagendra to not push this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's definitely doing a good job here, trying to defend that top T1, right? Like, they can't allow Kagendra to have such a strong early game lead within those side lanes.
Yeah, Fate Rewind has been used on the top side already. He's not going to be defending this tower. He's going to be giving it up. That's going to be it. That's an easy takedown again for Kagendra.
Yeah, I mean, it's the beauty of Lamfang on this Agudo as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, just the fast rotations, the fast takedowns of the T1 turrets, just overall a great pick into the farm lane.
Yeah, even taking the Overlord. They don't even... Usually, teams don't even take this, but because they have the Agudo on the marksman, they can take it pretty easily.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Primal Bonds actually affect the critters as well, right?
Yeah.
So they get scot-free of that debuff.
Oh, yeah. And now onto the top side, they're just going to be taking this tower again. Nobody is here to defend this. With Tatsuri being time, Fate Rewind is still not up. So that's going to be another tower pretty fast.
This is the problem we said in the draft, right? Like, if they lose the early game onto the side of Boom Esports, it's definitely going to spell a little bit of a disaster here for them as well, trying to get this point of game, the match. First match of KIC 2023. 25. Wow, we're back in time there.
Yeah. Right now, they even use Unbridled Outburst right there onto the bottom lane just to push away the members here of Boom Esports so that the fight won't be able to happen. And this is what we were talking about, the Dottail pick, right? If they're not going to be able to fasten up the game with a Dottail pick, the Dottail pick is just going to be nullified.
Slow you down, you know? Like, it's going to have the opposite effect, which is what's happening right now. I mean, they don't have any heals. The only thing that Dottail really only gives over to you here is just the aggression of the macro playstyle, but the fact that Kagendra's kind of like forced them to this kind of team fight huddle, there's no real use of it.
Yeah, they're just getting pushed back. They can't even do anything. Damage not there yet. And we're still going to be waiting for the items here in order for them to work out. Because remember, even Meki needs to get items in order for him to be a lot more tanky, in order for him to get the backline if ever he can.
Right now, we just see the Glacial Buckler being built here onto Fiji's Butsu, which obviously going to really slow down the movement speed of the enemy team here.
Yep, everybody's here. Carl onto the back. They are going to be trying to take this right now. We're out very tanky. Eye of the Whirlpool is going to be there. He's going to go for it. The stun is going to be able to reach them with Unbridled Outburst, but it's not going to matter though. Kill's going to happen. Tatsuri taking a lot of damage. That's going to be here. Carl is going to be next. The Sacred Tree Blessing damage from Ihans is enough, but Lou, what a massive outburst.
Yes, a beautiful outburst here, beautiful ultimate from the support of Kagendra. He's able to inevitably catch two Carl and Tatsuri.
Yeah, gonna be trying to take this right now. They're pushing the mid lane. This is gonna be a big loss here for the side of Boom Esports. Who's gonna be making it? The pull has happened. There's still not enough range in order for them to fight this, but Ihans forced the ultimate right here from Danny, and now he doesn't have it anymore.
He doesn't have it anymore. It's going to be a little bit harder team fight from the side of Boom Esports now that Danny is literally lacking that ultimate, but now...
Yeah, they're taking a lot of damage. So Carl right there onto the knockup, and Unruly Blade was cancelled. They get some shields a bit for Carl. Still going to be alive. Maggie's going to be back, pulls him away, and Ihans is going to be down.
Ihans goes down, but I mean, the takedown of that Clash lane, is that really going to mitigate that 3k gold lead that they're kind of blundering right now? The takedown of the Tyrant once again going up to the side, and Kagendra just means that yes, they lose Ihans, but they're still taking all the bits.
Yeah, very fast take on that Tyrant. Tatsuri getting slowed down by the Frozen Breath from the Wings of Judgment. He needs to back off right now, and he was able to.
Yes. So, I mean, Boom Esports right now, have they done enough to kind of create themselves a little bit of a comeback here?
Yeah. Honestly, the question is, when is that going to happen? Is it going to be after they get the third item for Tatsuri and Danny? Because they're closing in, though. Daybreaker, once he gets it, Danny's going to be activated.
he's going to be getting that late game item coming through pretty early. Obviously, he has the Eternity Blade as well as a Shadow Ripper. So, in terms of damage, yes, the Chano is going to be able to rip apart. But, I mean, when we're looking at the side of Kagendra and how they've been playing these team fights, they have a strong front line that I feel like Chano alone isn't going to be able to shred through.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard, especially if it doesn't have... I mean, the pad isn't even onto the Doomsday side because he's not going to be building that for sure. He's on the crit side. Right now, 5 seconds. Position is already controlled. And now onto the push. Look at Miggy. He's pushing the top side. But the Tyrant's going to be taken. Nobody's going to be here to help.
Yeah, the zone out of the ultimate from the Guru is a really good play here from the side of Kagendra. But at the same time, Boom are just trying to get a little bit of a macro play.
Bait rewind is going to be forced. Eye of the Whirlpool just to hold him in. Onto the back line. iHatch is going to be left alone. They had the Sage's Might on his head. He's going to be trapped alone and dead. And Miggy going crazy. Goes for Senko. He gets the kill. And that's what he wanted all along. 3, 4, 1. And that is a play out of Miggy again.
That was the 10-minute timer once again for Boom Esports. 3 times in this series as they open up the mid lane. They get the T1, looking for more in the top side and in the mid lane.
Big comeback, just out of one fight.
Yep.
Again, the 10-minute mark, we've been talking about it since a while ago.
Yep.
And man, it has been crazy. What a play from Boom.
Biggie has actually been a mastermind in this, right? He's really kind of cracked the code of Kagendra in these team fights, and now Kagendra, Boom Esports, sorry, have been able to kind of get their first neutral objective come through.
Just out of that one fight, out of that one fight, game's equalized. Game's not over though, but game's equalized. And the towers are almost at the equal footing.
They're almost a
big care. Who's hitting me? I don't care. It was dealing a lot of damage. And this is what's scary about the booster, right? The longer the game goes, the harder it is for you to kill him.
Oh, absolutely. Obviously, the damage reduction from his second skill, so good. And that's just proved it there with that instant replay, right? The fact that Midgey's so comfortable just being able to dive in, crazy.
Yeah, Wings of Judgment is going to be there. Summoning all the sprite things on their side. Not going to be able to push it. Top side could be in danger here for the side of Boom Esports. Shadow Path is there, but they're kind of looking for eye hands here. It's going to catch them. It's going to be seeing them. So this could be a good potential here for the team, but they're not going to opt for it.
No. I mean, it's good here for Carl to kind of be into the enemy jungle here, just to kind of try and find some kind of intel that's happening here for the side of Kagendra. But at the same time, trying to steal away those Raptors is a good call for Boom as they're trying to kind of like get their lead in this gold.
Yeah, question is, what's going to be... I was talking about the timers. We were talking about the timers. I love that Tanny went for that Doomsday.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about how much tankiness is there on the for Kagendra, and the Doomsday is going to help there.
Oh, beautifully. Absolutely beautiful here in this game number 5. But right now, obviously, Boom, they just need to make sure they don't take the pressure off the foot, right? Like, if they do, we could either be seeing a Kagendra victory or maybe even a Tempest Dragon game here.
Yeah, could potentially be a Tempest Dragon game, considering how close the records are for the team, how close the goals are. And right now, nobody's stopping. Making onto the top side, iHatch is going to be left alone here. Eye of the Whirlpool is there!
Goodness.
They have the ultimate, and Bridal Outburst gets 5 people! But is it going to matter, though? A lot of healing coming into their side. Mickey tanking up a lot of damage, but on the back line, still not safe. Got the kill in one, though. Tassodi's going to be down.
Just
right
run.
now, Boom Esports is losing a lot of the members. Kagendra just tucked him down.
Yes, a really good play there. Obviously, Lou with a 5-man catch with the Unbridled Airburst, but then ultimately, Weeraw into the back line as well with that Flowborn tank was really a devastating blow here. Such a great counter-engage mechanic.
Yeah, love the zone out coming in from Weeraw. And now with the Tyrant open, Kagendra is going to be looking for it. Remember, Eye of the Whirlpool will be up in a bit, but it's not going to matter though. They're not going to be called upon. Now they're going to go here. Are they going to try? Do they have the firepower? Weirdo's going to fall down. They're going to try to go for the steal, but it's not going to happen though. They still have Lou with a smite.
That's a fail-safe that we was talking about literally as we went into the game, right? Lou having that smite means if we're all 4s, they have the means of claiming back those neutral objectives.
Yeah. Right now they're going to be waiting here for the side of Kagendra.
Yeah.
They have the time. If iHatch is getting killed, I need to find my 5-man, and he did, which is nice.
Yeah, it is nice to find a hype man there in that team fight and keeping them alive, but Boom keeping the spirits alive here, looking to get that gold lead go for them, and Boom, Carl claiming that Shadow Overlord. Is this going to be the key through the door of victory here for Boom Esports? Or is Kagendra going to have such a good counter fight on their hands?
Where are they going to put it? Is it going to be on the bot side of the map?
Yeah.
Because Miggy is already positioning there. They need to put a man on the bot lane for them to defend this. And even Tatsumi's damage is getting really scary. Twilight Stream has been built already, so that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, a lot of magic pen from that one item, right? Like, that's definitely going to kind of tear apart Lu, as well as Weeraw here as well, right? Because obviously he's got the Lung Knight Guardian, which is going to be the kind of like the main keeper of that magic resistance.
And the Whirlpool is going to be there. Here comes everybody. They're going to be helping H on the route.
Oh,
Vital Numbers was there, but they got the kill anyway. Onto the backline where that was going to be going. A lot of damage going to be coming through. He's trying to push him away, and the pullback coming in from Miggy was able to pull them back in this game. Boom Esports is looking to go for the finish. 40 seconds on the clock. They have 3v5. They have the timing just right. Minions are going to be falling. Miggy's going to be down. 40 seconds on this guy, but are they going to go for the finish? They have to siege the Sanctuary. Sanko dealing a lot of damage. He needs to back away. Carla's going to be down too. A lot of people are getting down one by one, but Boom Esports will be taking first match.
Wow, wow, wow.
Into this game 5.
Yeah, what are the ideas on the builds here? We were talking about it, Blam. We were talking about how Daybreaker is going to be important here once they get the build.
Yeah.
And because we're really closing into the late game and we're still not seeing the magic of the Dot Shell pick.
But because once Ihans and Senko was down, it was kind of like dead to rights.
Yeah, and also it's a different story here, right? For
As Ihans in this best of 5.
Oh yeah, definitely. And look at this. In the end, it was Straw getting the MVP after all that doubt coming from me.
Yeah, you're from BDO and you're doubting his Dachiao. He was putting